Detection of the remains of the sunken ship and pottery jars in Al Alamein area. An Egyptian archaeological mission from the Department of Submerged Antiquities at the Supreme Council of Antiquities in one of the sunken sites in the Mediterranean Sea, about 650 meters from the shore of Al Alamein area in Egypt, revealed the remains of the sunken ship and and a number of doors from the 3rd century BC. This was stated by Dr. Mostafa Waziri, Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, explaining the commercial importance of the Alamein region and the northern coast and the 3rd century BC, in which there were many commercial ports in addition to scientific importance of the discovery provides new evidence of the status of Egypt and region in terms of trade, economy and tourism. To shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phone with Dr. Mohamed Mostafa Abdelmaguid, Senior Archaeological Expert. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon for everybody.
Well, Dr. Abdelmaguid, could you give us an idea about these good news about the discovery of this sunken ship?
So here we have a site, a wreck site. It's not a shipwreck, it's a wreck site of a concentrated number of amphoras coming from Rhodos of Greece.
Yes.
That were normally hold wine, and this was at the period of the 3rd century BC to the 2nd century BC also. The area is 650 meters from the shore of one of the estival villages of Al Alamein. I cannot say the place because I don't want to unveil the area for everyone. And we have here an island where a ship coming from Greece hit in it, and it spilled all the cargo of the ship on it. Around the island itself, we have sands, and we didn't probe the sand yet, and this will be in the months of maybe September or October. We will dive again on the site to see if we have the wood of the shipwreck itself or not, and to search also for the personal belonging of the crew working on the ship, and if there were other passengers on it or not.
Yes. Yes. So, Doctor, how was this discovered? Why did the mission started searching in this area?
First of all, we know that we should have shipwrecks all along the north coast of Egypt. Alexandria was the main harbor of the world, of the Mediterranean Sea, for around 1,000 years. And the UNESCO itself announced that we have in the Mediterranean Sea not less than 500,000 of shipwrecks. But we had small surveys, underwater surveys, archaeological underwater surveys in 96 and 98 and 2000. We spotted some shipwrecks in the area, but we didn't work on them.
Yes.
In fact, Mr. Hassan Musharrafa, who is one of the divers, and also he owns a survey company, and he's working for the several petroleum company.
Yes.
Got the news that the fishermen found some amphoras from the area. So he gathered pieces of the information and searched for it until he managed to spot it. There is 3 years. He knocked the doors of several institutes until he arrived to the principal authority that can search for it. And we went together, and he was a very helpful man, because he helped a lot in not only spotting the site, but also to give some material and to hire the boats that we use to dive from it. So with this initiative from Mr. Hussein Musharrafa, we decided to dive on the site. First of all, we need to locate all the discovered shipwrecks or archaeological sites underwater, and the second thing to do directly is to manage to protect and conserve them. And for a third phase, if we can start the management of creating museums or underwater parks on the site. It means that at the end we have to get some economical benefits from our sunken heritage.
Yes, Dr. Abdelmaguid, some parts of what has been discovered, or as you've just mentioned, it came from Rhodos at the start of our conversation, so from Greece. Does this shows that this was a commercial place?
Oh yeah. First of all, we have to say that Rhodes at the 3rd and the 2nd century BC was under the authority of the Ptolemies of Egypt.
Yes.
But also we have to say that in this area, let's say in the northwestern coast, we have about 30 villages, cities, and ports. Let's say harbors, because they are more natural than artificial. The area that they were called the Corps of Rome is an area that was cultivation area on the rain water, and they were used to grow olive trees and barley and grapes. On this, it will start an industry.
Yes.
Two main industry, in fact. The first one is to extract oil from the olives and wine from the grapes.
Yes.
And after this, you need some containers to put the liquids in it and also the barley. So that's why there were a lot of amphora kiln in the area.
Yes.
After all these goods that you have to ship them somewhere.
Yes.
You can export them directly to Europe, or you will export them to the main city of Egypt and the main harbor at the same time, which is Alexandria, and it is known from the old time and even now that shipping on water is easier and more beneficial than on land.
Yes.
So we have about 12 to 13 ports in this area. One of them was Al Alamein. We had also Kumarium in Dabaa. We have Paritonium in which is Marsa Matruh now. We have Penigos in Dabaa also. We have a lot. We have Regis. We have a lot of ports known from this period.
Yes. Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Dr. Mohamed Mostafa Abdelmaguid, Senior Archaeological Expert. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program, Cairo Local Time. My name is Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.